how to move forward. And for me, as a Black woman, as a person who's also LGBTQ,
oh, hell.
I feel as if those communities that I am part of largely get taken for granted. And
oh, hell. You just can't make this up. I tell you.
I see that today in groups that are being thrown under the bus for a short-term win. And it is not the big tent party that I loved and enjoyed and was part of and fought for. And so for me, I want to start a conversation with how do we fix this?
Because I too thought that. And you said, people said, why didn't members of his inner circle speak up about what many believe was the apparent decline of Joe Biden? You said you're a member of the inner circle and you never saw the decline. And after that, I wrote, how? Yeah. You even write, Karine, that you were on the plane with him going to the debate and you didn't see anything.
Well, when
so
we were
hard.
How did you not see his decline, ma'am? How did you not know? Why are you lying? All they do is lie. And then look, they got her book in the background. This is just a promotion money grab. They promoting this little independent book. She left the Democratic Party. I'm telling you, man, it all comes out and exposes these frauds for who they are, man. You know? And now she's on her little run of leaving the Democratic Party, promoting this book. You know? They ought to walk herself out in handcuffs. You know? After what? The biggest scandal in American history that she was a part of, and one of the major characters, she ought to be walked out in handcuffs. I tell you, what a disgrace. Oh, and then you attack Caroline Levitt and y'all call her deplorable, calling us deplorable. Oh, good luck with that, ma'am, Miss Binder.
She called you deplorable, and you say?
Well, with all due respect to my predecessor, she is one of the main culprits of the greatest cover-up and scandal in American history. She took the podium every day and lied to the press about the incompetence of her boss. And on this book tour, she continues to lie. She said this past week that Joe Biden would still be up for the job if he had, God forbid, been reelected in November. She actually said this week as well on a podcast that Joe Biden did more press engagements than President Trump currently does now. Any person across the aisle can tell you that is a bald-faced lie. And I will just add, when you talk to the real journalists, not the ones who are actually activists that pose as journalists, but the people who actually care about truth, and there are some of those left in the White House press corps, I work with them every day, they will tell you the Trump White House is the most accessible and transparent White House ever. Not only does the president take questions from the press on a near daily basis, multiple times per day, as he did today, but we also provide truthful and accurate information about what this administration is doing and accomplishing. And it's a stark contrast to what they had over the past 4 years, where they were gaslit, where they were told Joe Biden was mentally stable and up for the job. That was a lie. Where they were told the administration was doing everything it could to secure the border. Also a lie. I'm very proud to work for the greatest president in history. I know Karine unfortunately worked for the most incompetent president in history, so I guess she has a reason to be bitter, but being bitter will not sell you books.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
I tell you, she's back. I tell you, lying ass. Get your lying out of here. Don't make no god doggone sense, man. It's a disgrace with these Democrats. Well, she's not a Democrat anymore. She left the Democrat Party. She's an independent and even named the book Independent. You just can't make this up. And now she done went on just a line book tour. She making her rounds on the fake news media in public. She even done said that Biden talked way more to the press than President Trump. I tell you, boy. Did she not see the first term? Did she not see the last 9 what, 8 months? The last 8 months of Trump's second term? Has she not seen the last 3 months? The man took a break for 1 day, and people were literally saying he was dead. They missed Trump so much. It was all kind of conspiracy theorists out there when Trump took a break for a couple of hours. The man works 24/7. The man is working his butt off, whether you like it or not, whether you like or disagree or agree with the man on what he's doing and what he's did here or what he's did there. And many liberals and Democrats right now can't even deny a lot of Trump's success. They said we didn't even vote for him, but man, I can't deny his success. But here she is, and Terrence went viral with this picture right here of the AI. They didn't put Terrence's photo on her photo. Who put my face on the former press secretary? Who did this? Laughing emoji. I tell you. But she really come on here and said Biden talked way more to the press than Trump does. I mean, this is just ridiculous, man. It really is. And we're going to get into it on today's show. We're going to end the night off with this one right here. I mean, this is just but I told y'all about the money grab. I told y'all when they come out with that book and they trying to run them the promotion and trying to get everybody on their side, they'll do anything. And they'll come out once again and lie in front of you and lie to everybody. Live on television and just flat out lie. She got up live on television and said she didn't see the decline. She don't think Biden was declining. And that he not declining right now. As he's going through his cancer treatments. This is sad, man. It really is.
We did have legislative wins.
Sure,
and
but he
that
didn't
is
talk about him that well, though. He couldn't talk about them. He wasn't campaigning
no.
that
Wait,
vigorously.
first of all, he did talk about them. Whether it broke through or not, he did. Tim, he did talk about.
I mean, he talked way less to the press than Donald Trump does. Way less. And he wasn't out there at all. He wasn't good off the cuff. He wasn't doing press conferences. Let's just be real.
This is how they sound when they know, people know the truth. We know the truth. Stop. You got your hair flat iron. You up there smiling. Got your little gloss on your face. So you can to make everybody think you just a little cute little black sexy black kiss drop. The hell with you. Lying ass. I'm sick of y'all. I really am. Up there trying to be like a little chocolate kiss princess. We see all through that, man. You was a lying. They ought to walk you out in handcuffs, in my opinion. I think you yourself ought to be arrested. Yeah, she done took down them curls and got her hair flat iron, so she can go on her little line book tour and try to be on everybody's good side. We say the hell with you. In that binder. They ought to put that binder in investigation. They ought to come pick it up. And they ought to walk you out in handcuffs. That's what I ought to think ought to happen. I'm just saying.
Like you didn't do night events?
Tim, that's not true. Tim, you're conflating all of it. That's what you're doing. No, you're telling me he didn't talk well about it. Then you're telling me he didn't talk at all.
He didn't do either. He didn't talk very often, and when he did, it wasn't very good.
Yeah,
he sounded very
maybe
old.
you weren't paying attention to what we were doing at the White House. But
I paid attention. I'm with you on the policies. I'm talking about his performance.
The president spoke to the American people a couple times a week. He traveled and did domestic travel and talked directly to the American people.
Ma'am. This why can't nobody take y'all serious no more. Y'all are a laughing stock. Even people that, that didn't vote for Trump or, they know you up here lying. They can't back you up. You got them hotter than fish grease. They pissed off because we sick of y'all lying. We are sick of y'all lying. But look, KJP, aka Notebook, is delusional and a liar. We all saw Biden declining. If she didn't see it, who is she? Let me see this. Let me check this out.
The man that I saw nearly every day was someone who was engaging, understood policy, and was always putting the American people first.
But it takes more
what
than
the
that
hell?
to be the president of the United States.
I saw
and she up there with
every day a really ugly assault on someone who had 50 plus years of experience. and who, again, objectively had done a good job as president of the United States. And it was heartbreaking to see that type of behavior. Paying attention to what we were doing at the White House.
I just showed this. This is a disgrace, man. People are.
By objectively had a good 3 years.
As a Black woman, as a person who's also LGBTQ, I feel as if those communities that I am part of largely get taken for granted.
I tell you, as a Black gay woman, but the beautiful Megyn Kelly had something to say about that. Oh boy,
Karine, I've got to tell you something. I'm sorry, no one on your side is going to say it to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. They all think you're an idiot. That is why you were ignored repeatedly off every time. That is why you feel so disempowered and like they are not prioritizing Black women. They actually do like Black women within the Democratic Party. You got to give them that. Just not you. Sorry, just not you. You're too dumb. Everyone knows the only reason you got that job is for the two things you keep mentioning about yourself. I'm Black and I'm queer. That's it. That's all you have to offer. And now literally no one wants to take your advice or your thoughts on anything. They gave you the courtesy of these interviews to promote your book because you're on Team Blue, but no one can believe how inane all of your comments are. You've either pissed off the Democratic Party or you've confused them. You've definitely confused us.
I tell you, man. Didn't she attack Caroline Levitt? Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, man, you know. But look, this is what she's talking about on MSNBC. And you know, the first people that's gonna come out and invite her and let her on the show is MSNBC. Yeah, CNN's next. You know, then ABC. We seen was it CBS on let her on? I think it was MSNBC and CBS. You know, and look in the background. Look what they got. They promoting the book. It's called Independent. Look. They promoting her. It's all a book tour promotion. Money grab. You know, let's get on everybody's side and let's continue to lie. But people are not going for it. You know, and we seen them book sales. Them book sales are not where they need to be. Nobody want it. They say the hell with you.
How to move forward. And for me, as a Black woman, as a person who's also LGBTQ, I feel as if those communities that I am part of largely get taken for granted. And I see that today in groups that are being thrown under the bus for a short-term win. And it is not the big tent party that I loved and enjoyed and was part of and fought for. And so for me, I want to start a conversation with how do we fix this? The system is indeed broken. The two-party system is not functioning in the way where our democracy is being protected right now. I feel as if the Democratic Party right now is too timid. They're not speaking up. They need to have a strategy and be really clear about how they're moving forward in this moment. And when I left the administration on January 20th, I was hearing from people. I would go around. I'm sure you all hear from folks too as you're going to the supermarket and doing the business of your day. And people would come up to me and they would say, "What's happening? What's going on? Why isn't the Democratic Party fighting? Where's their teeth? Why are they not standing up?" They knew this was coming.
The Democrat Party is done. Y'all been done. Like Featherman said, y'all lost the plot when y'all called everybody fascist and called the president fascist, threat to democracy, Hitler, dictator. He's a dictator on day one. Day one was years ago. Y'all lost the plot then. You know.
And it really broke me. It broke my heart to hear it because people were crying. People were upset about this. And so this is my way of using my platform to have a conversation, to start a conversation.
You crying, cry away, doo-doo on yourself. Trump's your 47th president, whether you like it or not. Majority of America spoke loud and clear. They said, "The hell with you Democrats. Y'all got up there, lied to everybody, ran granddaddy around, you know. Y'all plugged the machine up into the wall. That other lady was laughing. She supposed to be at the border. She ain't at the border. Now she passed out drunk, you know, inside the little room where they sell where they had the little drinks and the free sandwiches. She passed out in there. Nobody's at the border. Matter of fact, it's wide open. Come on in, everybody. Let's have a great time. We not vetting. We don't care if you got a criminal background. Just come on in. You know, I tell you. And then Granddaddy, he's at now. A couple hours later, he's now woken up from his nap and he's at the beach. And he comes back. Oh, we see him up, and now he's falling down in front of everybody on the world stage. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's honestly sad. You know, he walked the other way. He was supposed to walk this way. It's a cheap fake. It's a deep fake. And then for her to come out and then once again and lie in front of everybody and say she didn't see the decline, he wasn't declining, and that he talked way more to the press than Trump. Yeah, just can't make it up, man. But even Colbert has had enough of the spin. When one of the most loyal late night allies start fact checking Karine, KJP on live TV, you know the narrative is collapsing. You know, we're gonna play this.
I saw a guy who I had not seen backstage at the benefit that I did. It seemed like a dramatically different person. And at 81 years old, that's not entirely unexpected. You can imagine why people got so worried.
So, a couple of things. I got to see Joe Biden almost every day. And this is a question that I take very seriously. No one has ever said he hasn't aged. No one ever said that. He would make jokes about it. He would acknowledge it. And he would say, yes, I know I don't speak this as well as I used to. I don't walk as well as I used to. No one is saying that he didn't age. I'm talking about, did he have the question that I was getting, the mental acuity? Was he able to govern? And the man that I saw nearly every day was someone who was engaging. Who the hell was
clapping? And it was only like one or two people clapping. It's the one or two people in the audience clapping. I wonder why.
Policy and was always putting the American people first. And it showed in what we were able to get done.
Look, he just can't go with it, you know. And again, the audience, you know, they got that little thing that says audience clap now. They got that little thing that shows up when you sit in the audience on those live TV shows. Audience applaud. You know, I tell you, what a disgrace. And even he not going for it. Steven not going for it.
And I remember I saw him.
I don't think anybody questioned his heart or his policies, but it takes more than that to be the president of the United States. And in a moment of great pressure on stage, we saw someone shock us and worry us, and nothing could assuage that worry. So I don't think it was necessarily a betrayal of Joe Biden, as other people saying, we don't think we were shown the Joe Biden that you saw.
I disagree, Steven. No, man, we see the man blow the motor and the transmission. Piston shot, crank bearing, I mean, everything. Started and blew. I mean, man, alternated and blew that thing up. Yeah. Pistons and rods is cooked. Yeah. It's done. Y'all done blew it up.
I saw every day a really ugly assault on someone who had 50 plus years of experience and who, again, objectively had done a good job as president of the United States. And it was heartbreaking to see that type of behavior.
I think all of that, everything you're saying, I cannot fault the factual basis of what you're saying or your feelings about it. Yeah. But what happened was the debate performance. Everything is downstream of that.
And no one is saying that the debate performance wasn't shocking, wasn't a disappointment. No one is saying that.
Disappointment is such a light term.
I use your words.
It was harrowing.
I use your words.
Okay.
He said disappointing is such a light term.
Look, listen, we're never going to agree on this.
We're not.
Other than the fact that I'm glad that you came here tonight and
I
telling me to wrap over there. Would you like to say one more thing before we go?
Think that
we're never going to agree on this, you know. Yeah, get that heifer off the. You know, I don't even know why y'all give her any air time. You know, look at this. I mean, man, she got called out again. Look at this.
speak up about what he was saying, because I too thought that. And you said, people said, why didn't members of his inner circle speak up about what many believe was the apparent decline of Joe Biden? You said, you're a member of the inner circle and you never saw the decline. And after that, I wrote, how? You even write, Karine, that you were on the plane with him going to the debate and you didn't see anything.
Well, when we were on Air Force One going to the debate, you got to remember his campaign people were on the team, his family was on the team. I actually was one of those rare trips that I didn't really see him until after the debate, even though I was on the plane. So really, I want everybody to know that I take this question incredibly seriously. I do. I was his White House press secretary, which means I had a role that saw him practically.
She remembering that script. She's running that exact same script. I take this question very, very seriously. This question right here. She done repeated that. We just seen her repeat it on the what's the name show, and she repeated it on MSNBC.
Every day and traveled with him.
And you saw nothing.
For more than 95%. We've always said, we're not going to say, oh, he didn't age. He aged. And he poked fun at it. We always owned up. And with age comes what happens when you get older.
Which is?
But when we talk about the mental acuity, and again, I take this very, very seriously. I never saw anyone who wasn't there. I saw someone who was always engaged. I saw someone who understood policy, pushed us on the policy, and also understood history. And there were times, I'll tell you the story, there were times where he would call me into the Oval Office and I would be like, oh no, because I knew whatever he was going to ask me was going to be direct, was going to be about a story he read, about how we're pushing back, how we're pushing a message forward.
And you write about the people within the party pushing him out. Some would describe those people fighting for a replacement candidate is fighting. But you also describe this current state of the Democratic Party as too timid. And what can the Democratic Party do to get out of this timid and even some will say disappointing place?
So timid that you've gotten out of the Democratic Party.
Here's the thing. I actually think that the system is broken. The two-party system is broken, and we need it to be fixed, to be working in order for a democracy. Look, just this past Saturday, millions of people.
I'll tell you, you just can't make it up. You know, you just can't. You just can't. He says, oh my gosh, what happened to KJP? I don't even recognize her until I heard her speak on lies about the Biden regime. I mean, man, you just can't make it up.
Independent.
You know, but this is what it's all about right here, y'all. See how he did that? Look.
Is called Independent. And
see, that's what it's all about. You know, these frauds are going to expose themselves every single time, man. Every single time. This was a little funny I seen from Devin. I want to check this out. Oh, I tell you.
And when it comes to these extremists out there, you better watch how you talk when you talk about me.
Wait for it. Here it comes.
El Haquemo Jeffrey says, mucho retardo. Mucho retardo. Anyway, muchas gracias, amigos.
You better watch how you talk when you talk about me.
Saw that meme involving excrement being deposited on you. Did you laugh?
No, I don't think the president behaving in this way is funny. I think we have to hold our leaders to a higher standard. That's something that you typically see in my Twitter comments from like some MAGA boomer who spends their time making AI videos all day. It's not something you'd really hope to see from the president of the United States. But alas, we are here. This is the guy leading our country. He's not serious. And I don't actually think he cares about anybody but himself. And I think he's more interested in social media beef with a 23-year-old, as the vice president is, than he is in leading the country.
What do you mean by that? I mean, you managed to say all that with a completely straight face, but your side have done endless, incredibly mocking, humiliating memes about Trump. I mean, you'd accept that.
Like what?
Well, I mean, I could get literally 1,000 if you gave me half an hour to find them. I mean, it's not a secret.
Can you give me a couple examples from like high-ranking women?
Well, it's not a secret that the left do memes about Trump, right?
I mean,
Can you give me some examples from high-ranking Democrats that are similar to this?
Well, okay, let me flip the question around. Are you saying there have never been any mocking memes of Trump by anybody on the left in America?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm asking for like high-level prominent Democrats who might be in a similar position. To Trump,
Well, Gavin Newsom has done a lot of memes on Trump. I mean, do you distance yourself from those?
Has he done an AI video of dropping feces on the American people?
Well, that's a question of taste.
I'll tell you, this clown here, I don't even know why he gets any airtime. I'm telling you, I'm sick of seeing him, sick of hearing him. This hairy sister. I'm glad Trump put that video out. I'm glad he reshared the video. You know, I really am. You know, half of y'all out there didn't know what the hell y'all was protesting. You know, and that a protest achieved nothing. The No Kings protest achieved nothing. Made up. So you know what? Let's do a made up video. I agree with the video. The hell with this clown. I'm sick of seeing him. Oh hell.
Warning, what you're about to see are liberals acting nuttier than squirrel turd.
Anybody who's progressive is for open borders.
Well, some people are.
Well, I'll tell you that Democrats are not for open border.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Always lying, ain't they?
I would, in fact, make sure we immediately surge to the border. All those people surge to the border, surge to the border.
More than 7 million people, that's how many foreigners have entered this country without permission or documentation.
I'll tell you that Democrats are not for open border.
What's wrong with you people?
I mean, we had a real problem, and we needed to do something about the border. But now we need to do something about the people who work for you and work for other people who are here and law-abiding.
What? I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Democrats want everything free. I work for it. I didn't get anything free.
This isn't even your country, though.
But I adopted it. I've lived in this country more than my own native country. So this is America. Is my home now.
You don't want to fly a flag out of Vietnam?
For what? They're communists now. You crazy? You don't want to sit in your ass and get the government and pay for it. I worked all my life, so now I have my pension. I worked for it. I don't get anything free. So you want to get something free, go to a communist country. Don't stay here.
Yeah, boy.
I'm confused. I thought he hated immigrants, so why did he marry one? And why did he pick a running mate who also married one, who is also non-white? And I thought he hated women, but why did he give the first ever woman the chief of staff title in the history of the United States and also give women top positions in his administration? I thought he was supposed to start World War III, not stop 8 wars in 9 months. I thought we were under a dictatorship, so why is everyone free to say whatever they want and protest whatever they want? Meanwhile, the people that they voted for, the last administration, were censoring people, calling social media companies to censor people who they didn't agree with. How is democracy at risk when the president was voted democratically and won fairly, the electoral vote, the popular vote, and won all the swing states? Are you questioning the election results? Are you a conspiracy theorist now? You were saying to free Palestine every day the past 2 years, and now that it has been freed, you're now waving around the American flag, but I thought that was right-wing extremism. You're suddenly for the First Amendment, but you publicly celebrated someone getting assassinated for their right to the First Amendment.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Human rights, what do you think about them?
We're in favor of them.
For everybody?
Yes.
How about the unborn? Do you support human rights?
Yes, of course.
For everybody?
Yes, of course.
Even people in the womb?
Well, it all depends on if they're actually a baby or not.
Science says they are.
Well, it depends on what science you're talking about.
96% of all biologists, according to the NIH. Thoughts on human rights?
I'm all for them.
Yeah, me too.
Especially now, right?
Yeah. For everybody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the unborn?
An unborn what?
Unborn in the womb.
No.
Yeah, no rights for them. Thoughts on human rights?
That's what we're here for.
For everybody, right?
Yeah, that's finest.
Including the unborn?
No.
Everyone has autonomy to not be killed, I think.
Freedom means choice.
She took the podium every day and lied to the press about the incompetence of her boss. And on this book tour, she continues to lie. She said this past week that Joe Biden would still be up for the job if he had, God forbid, been reelected in November. She actually
just can't make it up, man. We already showed this. You just can't, man. You just can't.
Where they were gaslit, where they were told Joe Biden was mentally stable and up for the job, that was a lie. Where they were told the administration was doing everything it could to secure the border, also a lie. I'm very proud to work for the greatest president in history. I know Karine unfortunately worked for the most incompetent president in history, so I guess she has a reason to be bitter, but being bitter will not sell you books, Jeff.
Oligarchy, and that is the system we are rapidly moving toward. This is a budget that moves our country rapidly into the direction of oligarchy. A handful of billionaires.
The people in my district need. Right. They didn't ask me what would look good for those in South Dallas. They didn't ask me about that. So listen, I got people that I serve that are counting on me to do their work and to be their voice and not work for him. I don't work for him. He can't hire me. He can't fire me. The people that elected me in Texas 30 did. So unless you want to have a conversation with me about the priorities for the people in my district, baby, you're not getting this vote. Listen, he can do whatever he wants to do, but this will be on the Republicans. I need people to tune in and learn how to count and learn who controls what. If you want things to function, maybe put the Democrats back in control.
Sorry.
Hell no.
Now, I know people got beef with the Democrats not being as aggressive as we should have been, especially since we got him over here just running ramshot over everything.
We have to keep winning. We have to win more.
But at a very minimum, you can always count on there being level-headedness and responsibility when it comes to Democrats. Because they care about federal workers. They care about our constituents and making sure that those services are still available, because when the government shuts down, then that impacts our constituents directly. It does.
A few moments later.
They voted to raise taxes on millions of hardworking Americans at the worst possible time. They have voted against reducing fraud, waste, and abuse in government, and they have now voted, collectively, Democrats in Congress have voted 12 times to keep the government closed down. But it doesn't stop there. The Democrat shutdown is a glaring example of just how far the Democratic Party has strayed from common sense. Remember the simple truth here. It was over a month ago now that we passed, the Republicans passed the clean, short-term, continuing resolution. It's nonpartisan. No gimmicks, no tricks, no riders, no partisan Republican policy priorities added to that. It's 24 pages in length, as we've discussed so many times, and it is very, very simple. Why? Because it was a very simple good faith effort on our part to preserve our ability to keep negotiating on the full year funding bills. And of course, the other big issues facing the American people.
And they basically want to undo the rightfully passed big, beautiful bill that the Republicans signed into law. That is what this whole effort that they are making. And yes, it's about healthcare, but there's also all kinds of pork actually that is in this bill. There's $3.9 million for LGBTQI plus democracy grants in the Balkans, $13.4 million for civic engagements in Zimbabwe, $2.9 million for desert locust relocation in Africa. And they're the ones who have time and time again, now after 11 votes, been unwilling to work with the GOP.
Just to be clear, you won't meet with them until the government's open.
The government has to be open, yeah. The government has to be. You know how long it would take for them to do that? Just say, okay, government's open, that's it. There is nothing.
How long
They're
do you
not
think this could
negotiating.
go?
What they're doing is saying they lost the negotiation, and when we got the great big beautiful deal done, they lost that negotiation. Now they're saying, well, we want to get some of the things we lost. But the problem is the things they lost are very bad for our country. We don't want to have people come over from all over the world, from prisons and all, and have them have their health care paid for. We want to take care of people that are American citizens and all. So they want $1.5 trillion of money to be wasted and jeopardize the health care of other people. We're not going to do that. So I would love to meet with them. We want the country open first.
make it up, man. President Trump's approval rating has increased following government shutdown, per CNN. Yep, yeah, just can't make it up, man. We just keep winning. As bad as they want to sabotage, go against this man, his administration, no matter if he does the best things, the greatest things, truth will shine in the light, man. The truth will set you free. The truth will make you free. I love y'all. God bless you all. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, you guys.